Hey there, I'm Daniel McFadin, and I'm going back in time. If you're the artist who sang the theme song to the 2012 blockbuster Men in Black 3 titled Back in Time, you're having a good day. Not only is it your 40th birthday, you are now the newest NASCAR Cup Series team owner. Also, your nickname is Pitbull.
NASCAR racing is about pushing boundaries. For the Trackhouse Racing team, that means more than just winning on the racetrack. It means winning in America's communities, empowering our youth, giving a voice to the unheard, and impacting all races on and off the racetrack. This is Trackhouse. This is 2021, and I'm proud to welcome Pitbull as team partner. I believe that we will win.
Bottom line, no matter what, face everything and rise.
We all had big news dropped on us this morning. And this was after Netflix released the trailer for the Kevin James NASCAR sitcom, The Crew. Thanks to Trackhouse Racing, we now know that the newest co-owner in NASCAR is none other than Pitbull, the Grammy Award-winning artist and international rap star. This comes after Michael Jordan founded 23XI Racing with Denny Hamlin, and they'll field Bubba Wallace's car this year. Yeah, Pitbull, welcome to the party. One cool part of Pitbull's announcement, on his Facebook page, in his announcement, he mentioned that he's been a fan of NASCAR ever since Days of Thunder came out, which was in 1990. So, 31 years later, NASCAR still owes Tom Cruise a great debt. So, I was already planning on the second episode of Dropping the Hammer to be an interview with Daniel Suarez, an interview I did early last December. So, thank you Trackhouse Racing for making this a very timely interview. Of course, like I said, this interview was done in December. It's leftover material from a story interview I did for Speed Sport Magazine, which will be published next month. So, I hope you enjoy this, my sit down with Daniel Suarez, the recently turned 29-year-old driver from Mexico, who was entering his 5th full-time season on the Cup circuit with his 4th different team. Yes, 4th different team. After a rough year with Gaunt Brothers Racing, he is back at it again with yet another new team in Trackhouse Racing. Fair warning, this interview with Daniel was done via Zoom, and he was driving at the time, so there's no video from Suarez's part. So you're going to be seeing pictures I got from NASCAR's media website, and also a video from NASCARmedia.com, and also some photos taken from Daniel's Twitter page. So here you go. My interview with Daniel Suarez. My first question: how did this whole Trackhouse thing start? What went wrong with Gaunt Brothers Racing?
Well, Marty gone, many other people from the team. They were working to try to make something happen, but it was, I feel like at the end of the day, the goal and the vision that they had, it was not the same than the goal and the vision that I had. Great people, don't get me wrong. I feel like we are very good friends, but we didn't share a lot of the competition side, and that was very difficult because I had some goals in mind. I've been very, very competitive my entire life. Doesn't matter if I have good rides or not. I've been very fortunate to be in good equipment in the last few years, but before that, I was not. And I had to make all cars go fast. And that's doable in most of the series, but in the Cup Series, it's almost impossible. And this year, we run extremely old cars and with very old technology. And we had good people. I had good crew chief and I had a good engineer. But if you have 8-9-year-old equipment, it's impossible. It's impossible when you're running with the best of the best. And that was supposed to be, that was going to change early in the year. That was going to change in the middle of the year, later in the year, and we never really got there. And we had some good plans. The team had good plans for 21, but I just couldn't risk my career like that.
I then asked Suarez what was Justin's pitch to him to come join this team, yet another brand new team.
The reason why I took a gamble on this is because the partnership that there is with RCR. Justin, I think he's extremely smart guy, a very good driver, and he's gonna be extremely successful team owner in the near future. And I'm here, I'm just 28 years old. I have a long career ahead of me, and he has a long career ahead of him. So I feel like there were a lot of things that just make sense. And he's very good in the business side as well. Ty Norris complementing Justin on all the sponsors, managing the team, and many different things. It was a key to make this possible as well. And obviously RCR in the competition side. So I feel like it was a combination of things. It wasn't just Justin, it wasn't just RCR, it wasn't just Ty Norris. It was a combination of things to be able to make this happen.
As I mentioned, Suarez is going into his 5th season, 4th different team. He's also going to have his 5th different crew chief. 5th. Yes, 5th. One of those crew chiefs he had twice at Joe Gibbs Racing. So this year he will be partnered with Travis Mack, who for the last couple of years has been the crew chief for Michael Annett at Junior Motorsports in the Xfinity Series. So I asked him, how hard is it to develop as a driver when you have so much turnover at crew chief?
People don't realize that. People don't understand how much it actually holds you back to be changed from team to team, to be changing people from people, crew chief to crew chief. People don't understand that, but I know what I can do, and I know that I'm as good as anyone out there. And I'm, once I'm able to build this and keep it and be consistent, I'm gonna be able to show that. But you can put Chase Elliott right now, that he is the champion of the sport right now. If you change everything for next year, he won't be as competitive as this year. He has had exactly the same crew chief and probably the same engineers his entire Cup career. We're talking about 7 years. So it's impossible. I mean, if you think about all the guys that are very competitive, they've been working with that group of people for a long time. So if you can have consistency, you can have anything. But it's hard for many people to understand that. That's something that probably just drivers and team managers understand.
With having that many crew chiefs, does that actually in any way help you refine your own communication and relaying what you want to your crew chief, whoever you're working with at that time?
I don't think so. I think what has helped me a lot is to know the good things about each of them.
Okay.
Because every crew chief is different. Some crew chiefs are very engineer driven. Some crew chiefs are very people driven. Some other crew chiefs are very hardworking. So I have learned different personalities. I have learned the good and the bad of almost each of them. I see myself as a very smart guy when it comes to people. So I understand what someone can do good and what someone cannot do good. So okay. I felt like in the last years I have learned a lot about what kind of person is going to take to be a champion and to be successful.
What will your overall feelings have been about the year 2020?
I felt like 2020 has been a very difficult year, but not just in racing, in general in life. Everyone says, 2020 sucks, this and that. I don't like to think that way. I don't like to think negative. It's been a very difficult year, and I felt that us as human beings, we have made it even worse. But at the same time, we have learned a lot. We have learned about appreciation. We have learned about family. I haven't seen my family in almost 1 year.
Oh wow.
And I miss them, and I learned that sometimes we take a lot of simple things for granted. And I'm way more I appreciate things way more right now than before. And I feel like the reason of that is for everything that happened this year. And we can't take anything for granted. And this year has been very difficult. Many people has lost family members. Many people has lost jobs.
Mm-hmm.
At least all I lost was probably a competitive year in my career. It was very difficult, but I know I can recover from that. I know what I can do. This year for me was extremely difficult mentally. I just couldn't handle this much longer. If it wasn't for Julia, my girlfriend, probably I wasn't gonna make it because she was as competitive as I am.
Really?
It's extremely difficult to go to a racetrack knowing that that you are gonna get your ass kicked. So it's extremely difficult. But I tried my best, and I did everything that was in my power to make this as strong as possible. And I can assure that to anyone. But it's been a learning process. I feel like I hit bottom, and I'm really looking forward to fight very, very hard and to show what I can do next year.
That's my interview with Daniel Suarez. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for episode 2 of Dropping the Hammer. I'm enjoying it so far. Two episodes in only a matter of days. Wasn't really planning that. But so thank you, Trackhouse Racing, for making this relevant. Please follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Daniel McFadin. I also have a Patreon page, patreon.com/Daniel McFadin, where you can chip in $3 maybe if you like what you're getting and you want more from it. Again, I'm currently unemployed, so except for some freelance stuff. So anything you could chip in would be great. I'm hoping if this gains enough traction and enough followers, I can make some extra Patreon stuff to grow the fan base and have some fun with it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I just died a little bit on the inside. But yeah, I'm Daniel McFadin, and this has been Dropping the Hammer.